Hey peeps, what's going on? It's Josh. And I wanted to, I wanted to make a little vlog because I've been trying to focus on making content a little bit more so that, I guess just because I want to. I don't know what my other reason was going to be. Just basically because I want to. And, I've got some cool stuff coming up in the next in the next week to 2 weeks. We've got a zoo trip coming up. I'm going to be probably sharing some footage of me meeting a giraffe. And I'm super excited about that because it's one of the things that I've always wanted to do and I've never done. And so I'm really psyched about that. If you hear that noise that sounds like somebody's gagging on their soul, that's Marv. He has a choo-choo. Peter's being a good boy and not gagging on his soul, but just chilling. So tomorrow's Monday, and then Tuesday I have my first therapy session with the therapist that I'm getting ready to start seeing. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm super, super nervous about it. Which I know doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but I guess I can't. I guess it doesn't make sense to just try and discount your feelings. It makes more sense to be like, well, this is how I'm feeling, and just kind of embrace it so that you can work through it. But I don't know, it's weird. I'm nervous, and I don't really have a good reason. I have a list of things that I want to work through, and I've tried to kind of come at it from a very organized standpoint, which is very much me. And it can only help, you know. But at the same time, I'm really, you really sound disgusting. If you, yeah. Anyway, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I'm so worried about this or why I feel so nervous, so scared. And I keep feeling like I want to cancel. And of course I'm not going to, because that's the exact reason why I should go. You know, if I... You almost done? Here, finish it. Crazy nutsy. Go ahead. Go ahead. Goober. That's why I can't cancel, because I want to. And that means that I'm avoiding something. And I know that I am. The good thing is I have a lot of wonderful people in my life, and I've been able to embrace getting out and being social and leaning in when I wanna hide and I don't want to be a part of the world. And it's kind of weird because I know that reaching out to people and interacting, and a part of that is just being who I really am. And then another part of that is being brave and vulnerable when I don't want to be. And it's like, I know I've talked a lot about vulnerability lately, but honestly, if you only knew, it's one of the things that I struggle with the most, is being vulnerable enough to be myself. And it's one of the things that I take pride in, because even though I fall down and I fail frequently, I keep getting back up, and I think that's the important thing, but it's also the hard thing, you know? I think a part of me knows that my journey towards being better is going to involve my issues with food and my food addiction, and kind of addressing that soon. And lately I've been not addressing that because I'm not at a place where I want to focus on that. Seriously, can you just be done, please? This whole time all I hear... Are you done? You're done now, right? Okay, cool. Cool. If I can get on with the video, that's great. Alright, excellent. Anyway, now you're snorting. That's stage 2. He starts looking for something else to eat, and he's like, literally like a little pigger. Can you hear that? He's snorting. No, don't lick the pillow. It's disgusting. I go to bed and the pillow's wet. I'm like, oh, gross. Yeah, I don't know. It's there's always that part of me that wants to avoid things that I'm scared of and things that I don't want to face. And that's really unhealthy. And that's not, like Brene Brown, she talks about, like, being in the arena. And being in the arena is reaching out to people and being social when you don't necessarily want to, and embracing people. And it's so easy, for some reason, it's so easy for me to offer support, and it's very hard for me to accept it. Even sometimes if I ask for support and then the person goes to give it, I just can't accept it for some reason. And I don't exactly know why that is. And I'm sure in therapy I'll piece it together. And I mean, there's not going to be any quick fix. Although I very much have a spreadsheet. And I'm like, okay, these are the things I want to work on. Column A. And this, column B, I want to have a timeline for when they're going to be fixed. Pretty sure that's not... Can you lay down, please? Goodness. He's the most disruptive little pug. Look at him. Oh. Excuse me. Hi. Thank you. That was a lovely kiss. Ugh. Go lay down. There's a part of me that wants to have a time frame for when I'm going to be able to work on things and when they're going to be fixed. I know that's not how it works, but if only, right? Like I wish. It's almost like I have this logical brain that I can apply to anyone else in the world. But when it comes to me, it's always the hardest part. But in the meantime, I've been still continuing with Reiki, of course, and that's been helping incredibly. But I'm not sure what this therapist is going to think about Reiki. Or if they're going to think that I'm, crazy, nutsy, cuckoo. And if they do, then they're not a therapist for me, but I don't think that they will. And there is a part of me that wants to try and get some counseling about my own belief, because I don't believe in divorce, and yet here I am. And there's a part of me that needs to figure that out so that I can forgive myself and move on, and make peace with what is, instead of, and again, I don't bring this up to badmouth Maggie or anything like that. It's not like that. It's just trying to make peace with where I am, what I feel, what my emotions are, and because her emotions are her responsibility. Not because I don't care about them, but I can't really address them. That's not my job anymore. And making peace with that, because I think a part of my personality is very much validated by having someone else to take care of. And now I just have to focus on me being that person that I take care of, which should be simple, because I can be so selfish sometimes. You would think just being able to focus on me would be like natural, and yet it doesn't feel that way somehow. So I don't know. But again, like, these are just things that that I want to get help with. And I want to find more of a place of balance. Interestingly enough, I keep finding myself, now he's slurping up water. If there's any other bodily function that you could engage in that will interrupt the video, please. Yeah, you're looking at me, I know. He just looked at me like... Interestingly enough, I keep finding myself in positions where... I'm checking the time. Okay, we're good. I'm not wearing my glasses or my contacts. And, so I can't really see the time, and I'm probably a little squinty. So if I am a little squinty, just know that that's why, because I don't have my contacts in. Because it's late at night and I need to be going to sleep, and somehow when I take my glasses off and I take my contacts out and the world's duller, it helps me start settling down and relaxing. But no, as I was saying, I keep finding myself in these positions where the people around me are being incredibly vulnerable and open and accepting and loving, and I think it's a message that I'm receiving. Will you go lay down, please? Please, for the love of Pug. Go ahead and eat. You're fine. You're just so loud. As soon as the camera's on, you're like, I'm going to do all of the things and be all of the noise. You're very handsome. Go get your food, fat boy. I don't know. It's because I was at D&D earlier today, and it was the first time I've played with the big group. And I looked around at all of these people, and so many different types of people, and so many just all, you name it. There was a person like that there, and everybody was being kind and just, we were playing. And there's something about that was very, very good for my heart. Wherever I go, it's kind of funny. Whenever I tell people that I'm going to be 39 this year, they're always like, "What? What?" And I feel like ever since I went on T, my face has changed, and so I don't know how I feel about it, as far as like what age I look or whatever, but I don't think it's just because of like the way that I look or whatever. I think it's the energy that I have for the most part. And the energy that I have, I've always been kind of a big kid. I can be mature and I can do responsible things, excuse me. But I've still always been kind of a kid at heart. And that's, I always kind of felt like my granddaddy was like that as well. And, it's something that I want to embrace within myself. And just be content from where I am. And not feel like, well, if I get here, then I'll be happy. Or if I get this, then I'll be happy. Or if I'm this, then I'll be happy. Instead, just be grateful for what I have and who I am, and understanding that this is a journey, and until I die, I will be changing. I don't like change very much. Do you guys like change? I don't. I have a really, really hard time with change. I mean, really hard. But, I don't know, there's something about being, and I experienced it, what was it, like a week ago now? One of my friend and coworkers going away party where, and I talked about it, I think, maybe, but basically everybody was singing, and so and some people were intentionally singing badly, and it gave me permission to sing, because I don't sing very well at all, and so I just usually don't sing, unless I'm in the car, but I did, and it was very freeing and almost emotional, because I was singing around some people that I love very, very much. And it made me, and there were people there today or yesterday now that I love very, very much. And so I keep finding myself in these situations where I'm surrounded by people that I love, and I'm having these moments of really just happiness. And it's such a juxtaposition, because there's a lot going on right now, And so when I have those moments of happiness, I do feel like for a second, like, oh no. And again, Brene talks about this. When you're being vulnerable, you will have those moments of fear. Like, oh, I love this so much, but what if it's taken away? And it's not exactly that thought, but it's basically that's the gist of it. And I guess the root of it is whatever's in my life, I'm grateful for it. And if it were taken away, not that I think that it will, or not that I want to worry about it being taken away, but I'll be okay. And I think that's what I'm looking for from therapy. I'm looking for not permission, but I guess support in relaxing into whatever happens, I'll be okay. Stop licking the bed. Oh, I hate it when they just lick the bed. I don't know. I don't know if you guys ever experienced that, but for me, it's kind of hard to be like, no matter what happens, I'll be okay. I'll manage. I'll be okay. It's gonna be all right. That's really hard for me, and I want to get better at that, and I want to get better at being vulnerable on a more consistent basis. Not being vulnerable with someone and then withdrawing, which I do sometimes, and it's probably disconcerting for people in my life. But it's my own struggle. It's nothing to do with anyone else. It's just me. And me having like a, I don't know, a knee-jerk reaction to feeling completely seen. That can be hard. Anyway, this was a long ramble, but that's par for the course for this channel. So, I don't know if this is going to make sense to anyone else or if it'll resonate with you, but I felt compelled to turn on the camera and just talk. And so if it helps you, or if it makes you think about something, I would love to have an interaction with you. I've seen some of you guys commenting on the videos, and that makes me really happy. I'm always grateful when you spend a part of your day with me. So yeah, but I hope that wherever you guys are, I hope that you're good. I hope that you're safe, and I hope that you know that I absolutely mean it when I say that I appreciate you. When I think about how long I've been making these videos and how much this channel means to me and how it's changed over the years, and there are some of you that are still here, and I've gotten some messages from you guys, and it's just amazing. And so I thank you and I honor you for standing by me through all of it. And as always, I send you love and light and prayers. Whichever one resonates with you, take that and leave the rest. But I hope that you're well, and I hope that you know that you're not alone. And I hope you know how grateful I am for you. So that's it. That's all for tonight, and I'll let you guys know how the therapy goes. I won't tell you too many details, but I'll let you know the gist of how it went. Alright guys, I hope you have a good night. Much love. Peep out.